Hey guys, Buddyfight Bros here. I'm bringing you a dungeon enemy deck profile for Dungeon World, and let's get into it. This deck isn't complete, just it will be updated in the future. So my buddy, I run the demon something, I forget the name, I'm so sorry, but it's in Japanese and I forgot to look them up. But he's basically just a size 2 with one less crit in all of Bunker Dragon's stuff, except for one crit. Now start off, I run 4 size 0s. I run 4 Fate Skeletons, 3k, 3k, 1 crit, size 0. Next, I run a total of, 11 size 1s. Then I run 3 Gummy Slime. This is just to get that vanilla 2 crit off and to make those movability monsters useless. Next, Big Surprise Pandora, 5, 2, 3, size 1. Good stats. No call cost, and the ability is, when this card gets destroyed, play rock, paper, scissors with your opponent. The person that loses takes 1 life. If the person, and if they draw, both players take a damage. And then we have Mimic with Surprise, 4, 2, 4, size 1. It's almost the same ability, but you take a card from your deck, top of your deck, and put it in your drop zone. If it's a monster, you take a damage. If it's a spell or anything else, you gain a life when it gets destroyed. Both your opponent and you do this. I run a total of 12 size 2s, just because there's not many spells that are good for dungeon enemy right now, and just because a lot of the size 2s are too good to not run in your deck. So I run 2 of Keith One-Eyed, 5, 2, 5, size 2, lifelink, but he has penetrate, and his call cost is 1 gauge. Good card, just to get that penetrate off. I run 2 Thunder Spaltus, amazing stats, 8, 2, 9, but has lifelink 2, but it's just for stalling and getting those heavy monsters out. Then I run 4 of maybe one of the best cards in the deck, Bladewing Phoenix, 5, 2, 1, size 2 with double attack and call cost of payment gauge. This just pressures your opponent to using those nullifies early and getting that damage off as soon as you can. Now for my buddy, I run 4 of the Demon Lord. Great card, 5, 2, 5, size 2, call cost pay 1 gauge, and Soul Guard. And finally for the size 3, I run 2 Master Skeletons. The reason I run the size 0 is because this guy's ability is call cost pay 3 gauge, and when you call it to the center, you get to call a size 0 from your drop zone. And if you have one in your hand, you can have a full field, which is really great. Now onto the spells. 2 Oracle of 2 Ball, basically the Draconic Grimoire for dungeon. 3 Smile Charms, gain a gauge and gain a life. 4 Dangerous Fuses, this card's great. Draw 2 cards from your deck, reveal one of them to your opponent, and shuffle those cards in your hand without them looking. If they pick the right card, you gain 2 cards into your hand. If they don't, you gain 2 gauge. It's a win-win situation, but I'd rather have the hand. Then I run 4 Pillar of Fires. This card's great. If your center is open, pay 1 gauge, destroy 6,000 or less power monster. This is a great card. Next, 4 of the normal nullifies. Pay 1 gauge, nullify an attack, and gain a life. Then finally for the weapons, I run 2 of the rods. This card is 3,000 power 2 crit. Equip cost of 1 gauge. Ability. When you have a dungeon enemy in the field, all of them get plus 1,000 power and defense, and you can still attack with this card, which is really good. And then I run 2 Brave Equipment Glory Seeker. Call cost, discard a card from your hand, 5,003 crit, and when you life becomes 0, if you draw a spell from your deck, you gain 3 life, and the game's not over yet. So guys, that is my Dungeon World Dungeon Enemy deck profile. I'll be bringing you 2 trial deck openings in the coming next week and a booster box for Drum's Adventure. So guys, Buddyfight Bros signing out, and please like, subscribe, and favorite our video and share. Thank you.